Leave us like this. I'll get back then. You think I'm going to try a dead stick landing with a load of dynamite? You're crazy. Get over there. It's falling. The dynamite. Throw it overboard now. Try to straighten out the plane. We're going over the cliff. Jump. Gene went over the cliff. We got to help him.
That is the end of Gene Autry.
But his friends, they know the location of the surface entrance to Murania. They will expose us to the world.
I've instructed my Thunder Riders to take care of them.
What happened? It was Apoie and those two kids. And now he is gone and the Marines taking Frankie and Betsy away. Really dead? That means Radio Ranch will soon be deserted.
And without Autry's broadcasting, the guests will soon leave and we can continue our search for the underground kingdom of Murania without interference.
Well, we'd better make sure about Autry.
Right after Gene signed off, it sounded as if the plane was in trouble.
We didn't see any sign of Gene, and now Frankie and Betsy have disappeared.
We just heard from them by wireless. They were in a plane. It might have crashed.
Did they give their location?
No, but they were heading toward the ranch.
We'll have to find them. To the rescue!
He's still alive.
He's wearing a Muranian outfit. He must have been in the underground kingdom.
You realize what that means? If we can revive him, he can tell us how to get into Murania.
We'll take him to our excavation.
Deliver your prisoner
To Her Majesty, on the 33rd level, and report back here immediately.
Don't be scared. I won't let them hurt you.
I'm not scared.
We're going over 3 miles a minute. That must be some kind of breathing apparatus. I can tell by the mouthpiece.
Alert! Clear the way for prisoner of the realm.
Undeveloped surface creatures. That will be interesting. Perhaps we may learn something from the youthful people that might prove interesting.
Or the reverse. Babes often speak quite plainly.
Prisoners of the realm, for audience with the Queen.
So, you are the sprouts from which surface people spring.
I'm a girl.
Well, I'm no sprout.
Tell me, what do you think of Muranius?
Stuffy.
You remind me of someone I've read about.
It's the ugly Duchess.
Oh, so you think I'm ugly?
No, you're not ugly. But as for Morania, well...
It's like Alice in Wonderland. Off with her heads and all such tripe.
What would you say if I followed the plan of your ugly Duchess and actually ordered your heads removed?
I'd say you better look out for Gene when he heard about it.
And what would your Jean do?
He'd telephone the president. Before you could wink an eye, there'd be a regiment of artillery knocking the top off this palace.
Silence!
And there'd be airplanes dropping bombs as big as barrels.
Silence!
And then what would be left of your Murania?
Silence! Take charge of them. And as for your Jean, it might interest you to know that he is dead. Herewith and on royal edict, I condemn the insolent offspring of savage surface men to a life of confinement in the lower dungeon. Remove them.
Do you suppose Jean really is dead?
No, she was just trying to scare us.
Wait till I turn off the infrared. Now you may pass. If you cross that beam, the mechanical man's liable to kill you. Pull it open, it's not locked.
Look out for that ray, it means death.
Hey, you pressed the wrong button.
How do those things work anyway?
Oh, why, there's machinery inside, just like a clock. And they got radios in their head. And there's a fella at the central station that turns dials and things and tells them where to go and what to do.
Oh. We'll never get out of Murania.
Well, if Gene found a way out, we ought to be able to. Come on.
Where is it, Audrey? Tell us where the entrance to Murania is located.
He's still unconscious.
You fellas watch him. We'll scout around.
I'd like to see Audrey's face when he learns that Frankie and Betsy were captured by the Muranians. We'll tell him all about it when he wakes up, if he does.
Look! Aren't those Frankie and Betsy's horses?
Something must have happened to them.
You stay here and we'll go and look around. Sure, it's their horses. Where did this come from?
Be quiet. I hear somebody.
I bet them scientists are holding Frankie and Betsy prisoners down there.
If they are, we're going to get them.
Who's in there?
Look out, it's Gene!
Hurry, we've got work to do.
Desperate! He told us to stay where we were! Well, they might need our help. Look, there's Gene! But where's Frankie and Betsy? Didn't you find them?
They're prisoners down in Urania. We've got to save them.
To the rescue! Yeah!
Your Majesty may see for herself. Our surface entrance is about to be discovered.
It's Gene Autry, leading the surface riders to the entrance of Murania. I thought he was dead.
Evidently not, Your Majesty. Now is your time to capture him.
Have you lost your wits? We can't expose the entrance to Murania to such a pack of witnesses.
Autry will be easily captured later, but he will find the door. How? He knows about the electric eye and will locate the door through it.
The thing to do, Your Majesty, is to remove the electric eye and hereafter operate the outer door from this control room.
For once, Lord Argo, your advice is sound. Connect me with the Royal Thunder Guard.
What will happen if we don't recapture those young surface people?
Have you ever heard of the death chamber?
You mean?
As soon as the Queen hears of their escape.
Well?
Immediately, Your Majesty.
Headquarters, Thunder Guard.
Remove the electric eye and disconnect the outer door mechanism at once. This is imperative.
Immediately.
I'm sure this is the place, but there was an electric eye placed in the wall.
What's an electric eye?
When your reflection appears in it, the eye, by means of a photoelectric cell, operates whatever you want it to. In this case, it opened the entrance to Murania.
No one can open the door to the upper world except by operating this switch. And it's protected by an infrared from this robot.
Don't endanger us now.
But the destructive radium beam is not yet connected.
You propose to guard the upper door mechanism by infrared, which, if crossed by anyone operating that switch, will cause destructive beams to come from above and kill anyone in this room?
That is correct.
We'll never find them standing around here.
Are you sure your device is positive?
Absolutely. No one can encounter the radium ray and live. Besides, an alarm will sound in every quarter of the Empire.
And you're quite sure this master switch alone will open the entrance to Murania?
Quite sure, Your Majesty.
Then set your apparatus and check the alarms of the Empire.
We must get to that switch and open the secret entrance so Jean can rescue us.
Radium beam! They'll never get out alive.